Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Darren Little here from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And guys, am I fired up today? And I'll tell you why. It wasn't just a week ago today that something landed on our lap. And guys, I'll tell you, when you find something that's with the right place, with the right time, with the right people, the right partners, this is the important part, is the partnerships. And we put together a team of seven-figure income earners, guys, people that have made $3 million in a single year that we've partnered with, in addition to my business partner that you're gonna meet tonight, Mr. Ari Maccabi, straight from the Philippines. Guys, last year, Ari made about $2 million. So when you couple the right people together with the right opportunity, you have a home run hit, and that's exactly what has happened for us today. Now, I'm going to turn back the clock a little bit, guys, and I want to share with you right now, Bitcoin is a hot ticket item. If you haven't been in Bitcoin, I'm telling you, just by purchasing Bitcoin, you could literally change the financial future for you and your family forever. And I'll tell you what happened for me. It was actually kind of by an accident. I was with a company, somebody wanted to join. They said, can I pay by Bitcoin? And I said, well, sure. And then I figured it out after that I set up a Bitcoin wallet. I took the transactions in, and voila, over the course of about 6 months, my $2,600 that I had in Bitcoin grew by additional $5,000. And that's when all of a sudden I went, holy cow, we've got to start looking at Bitcoin programs on ways that we can get paid in Bitcoin, so that we can experience this liftoff and the gain as cryptocurrency starts to go completely vertical. Now, if you haven't been following the news, if you haven't been following what's been going on in CNBC, some of the major news networks, guys, they predict that Bitcoin could actually go up to as high as $100,000 per coin. Now, what would happen for you and your family if you even had 100 Bitcoins or 1,000 Bitcoins? Imagine what that could do for your financial future. It is literally transforming people's lives the same way that the dot-com days did. And I was actually in that time. So I can tell you, I watched billionaires being created in the dot-com era. Now, they say that right now, that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin could completely dwarf what's going on and what happened back in the dot-com days. And guys, when I hear that news, I'm pretty darn excited. Now, one of my students, actually, Jason Harris, came to me and he says, Darren, I think we just hit the mother lode. And I said, what do you got? He says, we've taken Bitcoin and we've combined it with travel. Now, if you know anything about our industry, it's really about freedom and lifestyle and being able to travel around the world, living that life of freedom, going to resorts, going on cruises, teaming up with other millionaires, and doing millionaire masterminds. And we have something that is so hot right now, guys, so hot that you've got to really, really pay attention right now to what's happening right now with what we've landed on. Now, what I'm going to share with you guys here is this, is that travel right now is one of the hottest ticket items as far as people's drive to want to go on vacation. Now, if you look at somebody working in a cubicle, typically they have a picture of crystal blue water, white sand, and they dream about going away on vacation. A lot of people, guys, just so you know, that's what keeps them fired up. That's what fuels them to actually make the income so that they can get to that tropical place. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I want to hand this over to my business partner, Ari, because I'm going to share with you guys this. It was actually Ari that actually was the one that laid down the hammer, that said, guys, this is hot. We're going to do this. Because I was doing my due diligence. I had the call with Alfredo, with Jason. I brought in Ari because Ari is an expert in cryptocurrency. And I want you to hear a few words from him, from somebody who's made multiple seven figures, on why he believes that we have something that's the hottest program going right now. So over to you, Ari.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to be here. You know, obviously, guys, you know, this is kind of a unique beast in the fact that, hold up. Hold on, sir. We had somebody basically blocking somebody on here. Guys, I want you to understand, though, Bitcoin obviously has been my passion for the last few years. I've made a lot of money inside the cryptocurrency space. And when Alfredo basically said to us, hey, you know, this has got travel, membership-based travel products. People are going to buy in with Bitcoin. 6 sales, you're going to triple your money. You know, obviously we were a little cautious, guys. But here's the thing. We found out the main owner of the business is actually the guy behind Ingresso Cybernetico, who's been around for years. Not really big in the U.S., but it's big all over the world, especially in the Spanish markets because he happens to be a Spanish speaker. And this is something, guys, I'll tell you, that really caught my attention. Now, you know, obviously, a lot of you guys may or may not know, you know, I dabble in the salsa, you know, and the Latin nightlife when I was in Kansas City and when I was in L.A. and New York, and I really love that scene. And the one thing I can tell you is, you know, Spanish people are a lot like Filipinos in the fact that they're very loyal. And when one gets in, it seems like they all come. So the possibility of what this could provide with guys like Alfredo and several other people on the call that are all Spanish speakers, man, it lit me up, guys. I'm just going to tell you, this really has some massive possibilities. It's not a doubler or a tripler where basically people are out there investing into a company that's supposed to be trading cryptocurrency. You actually got to make a product sell. Okay, there are a couple little things that, you know, I'm sure Alfredo will come out and address in a little bit, guys, that you want to be aware of. And we're going to talk about some solutions that we're going to basically put in place over the next 10 days that are going to help you guys so the average Joe can cycle and win big money, guys. Now, just to be real quick, I just want to show you guys kind of what's happened since we started this. Now, keep in mind, I just had surgery last Friday, so I've been basically on bed rest. You know, this is the first day that I've actually been back in the chair. In fact, I went and bought a new chair just to be sitting in it. It's more comfortable on my legs. But I put in, you know, 1.9, you know, Bitcoins. I've already made 2.70 Bitcoins back. So this thing has the possibility to really scale up and go very, very, very fast, guys. And, you know, so you can see basically how this works is off these matrix cycles. Now, Darren, I'll Darren show you his because there's been some incredible things happen. But every time somebody comes in and they cycle with you, they earn, okay? They'll basically move up to the top as you start to go. And so some of you guys will say, well, I haven't cycled yet. I have nobody in my matrix or something like that. We're going to cover that. We're going to talk about some solutions that we have in place for you guys. But you can see this thing has just churned. I mean, it's crazy. I got 3 pages of these already of cycling in just a very short time and very, you know, very limited working this. I mean, I haven't dedicated really any time. I haven't put any traffic to it. I haven't done any of those things. So what I want you guys to be aware of, the sky is really the limit with this. And, you know, part of the reason we did this is because, you know, we were teaming up with another multi-million-dollar earner, guys, and that's Alfredo Delgado. Now, Alfredo, if you don't know anything about him, he's got a very similar story to mine. You know, he actually was on food stamps, I think, about 4 years ago. And his whole life's turned around. Last year, made over $3 million. So I have some mad respect for a guy that can do that because I know how hard that is myself. Because just 3.5 years ago, guys, I was in a bad situation myself after going through a nasty divorce and not working really for 2 years prior. You know, my life was crumbling. And, you know, I turned it all around. And, you know, guess what? Now I'm sitting pretty with mass amounts of money in Bitcoin. And, you know, I own a condo outright. I'm buying some land, about to build a house, all cash because of Bitcoin. So when I tell you I'm passionate about it, I really, truly mean I'm passionate about it because it's really changed my life. But I want you to hear from Alfredo. I'm going to bring him out, let him share his story with you guys a little bit, how he got to where he is today. And, you know, he's actually friends and the master distributor of the company, guys. So you're going to get to hear it firsthand, not secondhand. You're going to hear it firsthand, guys. So go ahead, Alfredo, come on out, unmute, and share your story, man. Tell people who you are and, you know, how we got to where we're at.
Hey, man, thanks a lot, Adi. Good to be here with you guys. I see a lot of familiar faces. You guys are awesome, man. Thanks, Darren, for everything you're doing. Adi, thanks for everything you're doing. I mean, you know, just like you said, man, you know, it's just been a few years. Let's say this will probably be my going on 5th year online, full-time. And the first couple of years was rough. I didn't make much money, but I had no choice because I literally me and my family was collecting food stamps out here in Pennsylvania when we first moved out here. And here's the crazy thing about that is that when we moved out here, right, we didn't have jobs. We didn't have any online business working for us. I was just learning about the business when we already moved out here. So the crazy part is I left everything behind in New York. I had a job. I was making okay money. I mean, it was paying the bills. It was something secure for me at that moment because it was a guaranteed check every week that would provide food and clothing and pay the rent for our family. The thing is, it wasn't enough. And it's either I'm going to struggle the rest of my life or have to find a different way. So I started searching online how to make money, stuff like that. And I didn't quite get it though yet, but I was still more, passionate about leaving all of that behind, giving myself no other options. And me and my wife and my kids, we decided to move into Pennsylvania. Now remember, think about this, all right, guys? I know there's some of you out there that have children, maybe some of you don't, but we brought with us 5 children with us to Pennsylvania. And we had no jobs. We didn't know anybody out here. I got like 1 family member out here. Now more people moving out. But at the time, 1 family member, all right? No savings account, no promises to make it work. The only thing I had was this. And I said, okay, I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna figure it out. I couldn't even afford my first laptop to even learn the business. Okay, I had to borrow $600 from my mom to get a laptop to even learn or even attempt to do this business. So we did, and here we are. Make a long story short, okay, we got off the food stamps, obviously. I managed to build multiple 7 figures in a short time that I've been doing this online business, and it's only going to get better and better. My next stop is 8 figures, and I can't wait for that day to happen. I know it's going to happen, but now what I can tell you guys that are watching is that my fulfillment honestly comes from helping people that were just like me or just like Adi or whoever has a story, whether you're looking to quit your job, you're looking to stay home and raise your kids, you're looking to move your family to a safer location, a better location, whatever your situation is, my passion now is to help you get out of that, showing you how I was able to do it so that we can create more success stories for everyone. And this is why we are here today. This is why we're on this call. This is why you're watching me and I'm talking to you, because we have an opportunity to help people all over again. Now, let me get this right. This is something I haven't mentioned in any of my calls, because what I'm hearing myself speak, and I'm like, you know what? We've heard that before. I'm sure some of you people heard, we want to help people, we want to do this one, and it's all great and dandy. That's Kool-Aid, let's drink it, let's get excited. But I have documented proof that I've helped people, okay, make multiple 6 figures, even 7, in my time that I've been here. Not just me, but I've helped others, showing them the way. I didn't do it for them. I showed them. They did the work themselves, but I showed them what was possible. From all races, all ages. I have multiple people that have earned multiple 6 figures and even 7 figures under my belt. Now that to me is exciting, because that means that whatever I show you works. Now, the only thing I need you to do is to actually work the system. Whatever we teach you. Now, we've combined some real powerhouses on this opportunity, because I'm not in this by myself. I'm not a one-man show, and I never will be, and that's not my intention. I need a team. So when we got on that call, I think it was like 1 or 2 in the morning, I spoke with Adi, I spoke with Darren, and we had my buddy Jason on. We decided to collaborate and get together and to bring you guys some of the most valuable content, marketing skills, training, whatever it is we can possibly give you to help you get to a better position. And what we're using is Extreme Coin as the vehicle to get you from here to there. Remember, it's combining 2 of the hottest, niches right now in the industry, which is cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, with travel. Because travel is the ultimate lifestyle that we're all chasing. Because you can work, you can quit your job, you can make more money, you can get older and your kids start to leave the house and you have more time. What do you do after that? Okay, you travel the world. So in Extreme Coin, we'll be able to not only help you earn Bitcoin by being able to triple your Bitcoin in any of those levels in the company, but you're also going to have travel-based products in there as well. So you take your money that you earn, your Bitcoin, and you can use it to pay for your vacations, pay for your trips, and spread the word in any country that you have, because Bitcoin is all over the world, guys. So we combined those two together, and we got ourselves a killer powerhouse. I mean, I was so happy to see when Darren and Addy, these guys made over $10,000 in their first day, not even first 24 hours. Before the 24 hours was up, these guys were already cranking 4 and 5 figures. That to me is like, I know we have something good. But it's not about us, it's not about me, it's not about Darren, it's not about Adi, it's not about others. Even Jason has some killer results so far. It's about you. We want to show you how you can do exactly what we did so you can have the same success. And that's all we're here for. So we provide you all the tools necessary. All you need to do is take action, click the link wherever you see it, and get started. And hang around, because we're not done yet. I just wanted to share my little story and insight on what I see and the vision we see. At this point, who's going to take over? Because I don't know the order of rotation, but
I'll take over from here. Alfredo's awesome, great job, guys. I'm excited here today, and I'll tell you why I'm so excited. Is that, quite honestly, we've never had something that the very first day that we've made over 10 grand. And I think it was in 7 hours. That was, you know, maybe 11,400 in the first 7 hours that we launched in Canadian funds, right? For me, I'm in Canada, right? So we get a little bit of a pay raise, which is kind of cool. But there's a couple things that I want to share with the viewers here today. Is that there's a couple things that I look at when I'm looking at a business. The first thing is what kind of people are being attracted as far as success goes. That's most important over here as far as partnerships, okay? That's the first thing I look at. The second thing I look at is, can an average person that has never had success before have success with the mentoring, the training, the coaching that we provide as the 7-figure income earners? If you have both of those things, you have the right people over here for partners, and you got people over here that are brand new newbies that have never made money before that start cranking out $1,100 and $1,200 days. Oh my God, Houston, we have a winner. Now, Ari and I were very, very fortunate that we partnered up with a gentleman. Guys, this is shocking when you hear these numbers. This gentleman has done over $17 million in sales in our particular business model in the home-based business industry. And we are very honored and privileged to be able to have him as one of the millionaire mentors providing content that you're going to be able to 10x your income with. So it's my great pleasure, guys, to introduce you to Mr. Cedric Penn. Cedric, share a little bit, first of all, about what got you excited about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and why do people want to take a real serious look at what we have? Just unmute your mic.
Well, thanks a lot. Hopefully you can hear me okay, Darren. And thanks so much. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share and really be around a bunch of great people. I mean, that's one of the things I love about our industry, and being in a really inner circle type of environment is be able to pick the people we do business with and pick the people we do life with. That's what lifestyle is all about, is being able to pick the right people that you want to do life with style, and the right kind of style. And we have that kind of style here inside the mentorship. But, you know, I'm honored and privileged. I've been around the industry for 26 years and earned a lot of money in the industry, but it wasn't really about me. It was about the mindset that I came into the industry with that really got me in the right track. And, you know, I got involved in the industry to create leverage and speed and create wealth. And, you know, Bitcoin was something that, it was funny, and I hate to say this, but I was exposed May of 2009. A couple of my friends came from Japan to visit me after my motorcycle accident, and they were telling me about Bitcoin, and I was like, what is that? And I remember just like it was yesterday. Just imagine if I would have got involved May of 2009 with Bitcoin, but I didn't, and that's okay. But, you know, the thing about being involved in this industry is that you look for opportunities to get in front of something big before it happens. And I think Bitcoin's still a secret. There's only a few people in the world that really truly understand it. We have one of the best individuals already with his background, and Darren and the rest of the leaders that we have that understand the space. And you take that space with our training and our teaching, our coaching, you can accelerate and 10x your income and 10x your lifestyle. And that's what intrigued me about it, is being able to take an average person that really never had any success, teach them a few skill sets of really how to market and expose themselves and really promote what they're teaching and learning online to be able to create income. And that's exciting, what we have, the millionaire mentorship that we have. And and all the things that we have going on as an organization, I believe it's a right environment for the average person to come in and have tremendous success in a short period of time, if you're coachable, if you're humble, and if you're hungry. And I think if you have those ingredients, you can do great things without a doubt, because the environment is definitely conducive to winning. So with that said, why would I do this? Because I'm not dumb, number one. And number two, I want to create a legacy for my family, my grandkids, and the people that I love and I care about. And, you know, you got to get in front of cutting edge things to get cutting edge results. And, you know, Bitcoin is the number one Googled word today in our society is Bitcoin. And number two is what? Travel. I think travel is number one. Bitcoin is number two. But when you combine the two of them, it's a recipe for an explosive growth. And we have an opportunity to do it. So I'm not going to take too much time. I can just tell you this. From a prosperity mindset, coaching, teaching, mentorship, you can get everything you need right here inside this organization. So with that, Darren, I'll turn it back over to you. Thanks so much. Ari, thanks for being a big brother as always.
Fantastic.
Appreciate you.
Awesome. Guys, what I want to do right now is I want to reach out to somebody. This is really the game changer right now for me, guys. Okay, I will tell you this. Because when you can take an average person that's never had they don't have a track record in this industry, they don't have a big list, they've never even really marketed, and when you can take somebody like that, teach them a few skills, and in a very short period of time, like a 24-hour period of time, they can have almost a 1,200 day just starting a brand new business. So I want to reach out to Nicola here. Nicola, if you can just unmute yourself, please, and just share a little bit about what happened for you when you plugged into Millionaire Mentoring, you implemented our strategies, and bam, tell us a little bit about your story.
Okay, so I was absolutely blessed to be invited to this opportunity. And for the first time in my life, I didn't walk away saying 1 or 2 days later, thinking about it. I saw the opportunity that it can provide for myself and my family. So I jumped on board immediately, no questions asked. I also see the value in this. So once I jumped on, I decided to make it my goal to make this work. And right before my eyes, I earned 2,000 Australian dollars straight away. So it was over a $1,200 profit, but basically while I was looking at it. So it didn't take long at all. And the opportunity is amazing. So this can take not only myself, but everybody to the next level. So I find this, like, I don't know why you'd bother sitting there asking questions when we have such amazing mentors who have jumped in on this program. I mean, honestly, you guys are an absolute blessing, and I'm extremely, extremely blessed to be a part of this program.
Fantastic. Guys, I want to share with you the power of what's called a 2x2 forced matrix, okay? A follow me 2x2 forced matrix, which gives it kind of like adding a little bit of nitrous oxide into fuel. So imagine this. You have a business and you sponsor 2 people, and those people each sponsor 2 people. Boom. It's finished. That's the matrix done, okay? Now, that means that you've just tripled your Bitcoin, okay? So you're here, you sponsor 2 people, they each sponsor 2 people, ba-boom, the matrix is done. Now, those people may come in by them personally. They also may come in from somebody in their upline that's actually putting them below, or somebody below could finish their matrix first and re-enter back in to help complete that matrix. So what I want to do right now is I want to give you an actual visual, because I'm a visual person. I like to be able to see something right in front of me, and that way I really get it. So I want to break this down into the very basics for you so that you can really understand the power of this, and then you're going to get an opportunity to hear from a couple people. Now, keep in mind, guys, I just launched this a couple of days ago. So the downline's at 85 people. It's generated a total of 3 Bitcoins, which for me in Canada, that is over $16,000 in the very first couple of days. Now, there's a number of different products, travel products. So you can get in at a very low entry price of 0.05 Bitcoin. Okay, now you can see here, this matrix already has 2 people in it. Now I'm going to help those 2 people. The people that come in here, they actually may be brought in by me. They could be brought in by this Osborne. Jason may put in somebody, or it might be somebody above him that puts somebody in there. Once that matrix completes, it is going to pay out triple Bitcoin, or 0.15. This one here is another travel product. It's currently at 0.10. When this matrix fills, it's going to pay out 0.3 of a Bitcoin. This one you can see is 0.25 of a Bitcoin. It only needs 1 person. Well, guess who's right here on the call right now is Nicola. There's a high probability that she's probably going to bring somebody in here tonight that is going to pay out 3/4 of a Bitcoin. This one here is half a Bitcoin. You can see here that only 2 more positions need to be filled, and that's going to pay out 1.5 Bitcoin. Let's go up to this one. This one is a 1 Bitcoin matrix. It only needs 3 people. It's going to pay out 3 Bitcoin. Now, guys, I'm a visionary. I believe that the leaders have to lead the pack. The leaders have to show people what's possible and also jump in, all in, and that's what I did. So I went in here and I bought the 4 Bitcoin pack. You can see here, but I can tell you that probably this week, Ari's already going to be qualified for that particular Bitcoin matrix, and he's going to be coming in, okay? Now, when you move into these upper levels here, this is a 4 Bitcoin matrix. That's going to pay out 12 Bitcoins, guys, when it's full. Now, if you take out your calculator and you take 12 and you times it by about 4,300, oh my God, do the math on that. It's probably about a $50,000 day or more. Once you get into here, this is what I call the elite zone. This is where you actually get to hang out on a yacht with the millionaire mentors, with some of the top income earners, the top marketers in the world. Now, when this pays out, this is going to pay out 30 Bitcoins, guys. Now, take 30 and times that by, say, 4,300. Well, Bitcoin's probably heading more to about 5,000. And this is where the life-changing income starts to happen here, guys. And this becomes exciting. Now, I want you to see so you can actually see these matrix cycles. So here's a couple examples. So I sponsored, let's see what we got here. So you can see here, I'm gonna show you one where I sponsored Ari. Okay, so I sponsored Ari right here. Now, Ari completed his matrix before I completed mine. So because of the follow me structure, Ari re-entered back in and filled up a 2nd spot of my matrix, making it that much faster for me to qualify. So look what happened here. This is Ari. Ari actually brought in these 2 people. Those 2 people, or Ari, finished his matrix and he re-entered back over here. So out of the total, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those spots were actually filled by Ari. Let's take a look at here. Ari came in here. He finished his matrix before me, and he entered back in here again. Let's take a look at here. Here's another one. Ari came in. He was the first person I sponsored. He filled up his matrix. He entered back in here again. Guys, I don't know if you really can see how powerful this is. Here's Ari. He finished his matrix, and he ended up on both sides of my organization for that particular matrix cycle. Here it is again, right? This is what the power is when you're working with leaders. So the same thing has happened for Jason Harris, who sponsored me. I actually filled up both sides of his matrix, and he went to sleep and woke up to 0.45 Bitcoin that he had earned while he was sleeping. This is where it gets really exciting. You can see here again, look, Ari's in here. He finished his matrix. He entered back underneath me again in here. Guys, once this starts really going and you start what I call a snowball effect of momentum, right? And you break inertia And now that snowball starts going, it literally becomes like an ATM machine. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is very important for us. Very, very important. We wanted to know, number one, who are the owners? Do the owners have credibility? Do they have a track record? Number two, are the products good value, competitive value to the marketplace? And number three, who are the leaders? Who are the people behind the deal? Who are the people that are going to be doing the presentations for you? Now, what we have going here, guys, is really exciting, because what we do is we like to create so much value here that it completely dwarfs the entry price of whatever you're going to pay. That's our formula. That's always worked for us. So if somebody's going to come in for, say, $1,000 in any type of company, we like to provide them over $10,000 in millionaire mentoring value. So this gets completely dwarfed by this. And whatever this is, these are transferable skills that you can apply into any other area of your life. In fact, we have realtors, mortgage brokers, insurance agents that have gone through millionaire mentoring that have made as much as $55,000 in extra commissions in their real estate company. Nothing to do with the business opportunity. I'm talking about taking these skills, the millionaire mentoring skills, and applying them into their life. One gentleman who was an engineer got 2 pay raises, a job promotion. He signed a $30,000 consulting contract, plus he made an extra $40,000 online. So he tripled his income in 9 months. Pretty good position, but he still has his engineer job, right? He does this on a part-time basis, but he applies the millionaire mentoring strategies to being an engineer, to being the best version of himself in the marketplace. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hand this back to Alfredo, because he's got a couple of guests on here. And then Alfredo, after you're done there, you can hand it back to me. I'm going to talk a little bit about our offer, what we have going, and why there's a sense of urgency that you want to take action so that you can get access to an incredible $10,000 millionaire mentoring bonus. So I'm going to hand it back over to you, Alfredo.
Awesome, man. Thanks. That is amazing. I love seeing people being mentored and having their lives change. And the cool thing that you said is also, you know, it doesn't even have to be about the business opportunity. That's what's great. I mean, people need mentoring for whatever they want in life, period. It could be this, it could be that. You can take Extreme Coin as your vehicle to learn how to better whatever it is that you have a real passion for. I have a passion for this business. I have a passion for Bitcoin. I have a passion to travel more, and this is why this is home for me, and this is going to be home, and I'm here to stay. So guys, I just want to keep it short and simple, and we want to actually provide you with something that will change your life once you apply it. But I want to speak to the new people for a second, because you know, I listen and I hear when people are talking or trying to do things, whatever, and what I get is, you know, some people getting, well, tell me about this Bitcoin thing. What is Bitcoin? Or I don't understand, or things like that, or you know, what's the system about? What does Bitcoin have to do with it? Listen, here's the deal. We'll make it as simple as possible. If you want to know the technical part of Bitcoin, you want to know all of that, and you want to know who made it and how it's made and where is it going or what's the future of it, go Google it. That's the best thing you can do, because that information is not directly applied to how you can earn it here. Okay, what you need to know, and all you have to know when it comes to this business opportunity, is that Bitcoin is the currency that we are using in the system. That's it. That's where Bitcoin comes into play with this opportunity. So all you have to do in your mind is change the Bitcoin aspect to US dollars or whatever country you're in, okay? If it makes it simple for you to understand that that's all it is. So whatever you would pay normally in your country, instead of using your currency or your fiat money, you'll be paying in Bitcoin. Instead of getting paid out in the currency of your country, you're going to get paid back in Bitcoin. So you're just exchanging your physical money, all right, your paper money, for Bitcoin to get into business and then to get paid out and to do the same. You can travel the world using the Bitcoin and exchange it for whatever currency in any country you're at. You can use it to buy stuff. It works. It's just another form of currency. That's it. So don't get confused. And a lot of people, they start confusing and overcomplicating the issue. All it is that you're paying in Bitcoin versus paying with your credit card or debit card or your traditional currency of the country. That's it. So that we'll leave it at that. And then, like I said, we have real viable travel products, which I think, Darren, we discussed this already, that we are going to be releasing very, very shortly. I know the owners of the company are working on it, and the travel portion is going to be in there. You guys are going to be able to use it at any time you want for the one-time payment that you guys come in the company. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to get so much value from this business opportunity. You're going to be able to make money. You're going to be able to travel the world, and you're going to learn from some of the top 7-figure, even going close to 8-figure earners in this industry right here with this opportunity, guys. So back to you, Darren. Let's tell them what's in store for them, and let's get these people making some money, because that's what gets me excited.
Actually, sure. Just before we get into that, Alfredo, you got a couple guys here on the line. Did they want to bring them out at all, or what was your?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's see. I can't see Dios. Is Dios, you there? I see a picture of him, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome, man. So hey, listen, you're a rock star, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. You're a rock star. You've been, you already know. I don't want to steal the thunder from you, but guy, you're definitely on the move for something great, and I want you to express in your own words how this is impacting your life, with your children especially, and just let people know what is in store for them and why they should be taking action.
Yeah, Alfredo. So thanks, guys. Look, ultimately, guys, what I'll say, look, I'm no one different than anybody else on here watching. I'm just like everybody else. I come from working 17 years in corporate America, being successful in the corporate world, and then I just saw something else. There was always seemed like there was something else in life. So, I saw a video from Alfredo, and since then, I think now it's been like 10 months now. Alfredo and I have been close. We work together. I follow everything he does. I learn from him. He's a good mentor. I've also been, by putting yourself around the right people, and that's why this is so huge with the millionaire mentors and everything you're going to get coming into this business opportunity. Guys, it's all about your network. It's all about who you know, who's mentoring you. You're going to learn from all that. And it's no different from the corporate world. Sometimes people say like our internet world is different than the corporate world. You hear everything you can out there. It's no different. In the corporate world, you're learning from a manager, a superior, supervisor who's training you, who's coaching you, who's helping you along the way to get to the next level. And it's the same here. So what I'll tell you guys, look, this business is amazing. It's huge things. In the 10 months I've been online business, I got paid just when we got launched, made 0.15 Bitcoin. And I was just amazing to see that happen so fast for something that's literally, guys, still in pre-launch. We haven't even thrown out the travel products out there. But at the end of the day, you just follow the tactics. You believe in yourself first and foremost, and really focus on that. I think it's all mindset. In this business, everything is all about mindset, because you're gonna face challenges. You're gonna go through tough times, but eventually, if you continue to follow your plan and build the right plan, you have the mentorship and help with the team that we have put in place for this. The limit's the sky, guys. Especially if you have the patience to grow through it. So. Look, this is amazing. The people around this is amazing. I've learned so much in 10 months. I always like to tell that to people, because you hear some people who get it in a year, some people get it in 2 years. It all comes down to what you do, how much time you put into it, how fast you no longer have a job. I no longer work. This is all I do. This is my full-time job is working here. I get to be at home with my family, put my kids in the school bus, and that's amazing. That's huge to see. That's something I always watch in the corporate world. You always see those videos. Man, how do these people always travel and do all this? I'm stuck here in a cubicle, managing, 16 locations, running hundreds of employees, and I get 2 vacations a year if I'm lucky. So it's amazing, especially combining Bitcoin with travel. That's huge. But Alfredo, I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say. I mean, I've been truly blessed with the people I've met. I know there's events and things planned for this. That's talking more in the future. But guys, when you meet everybody and you get together with them, you're going to learn so much, and it's going to open your mind. And Alfredo says this a lot. I'll end it with this, is you got to start believing that things that are out there, you actually can have. I'll end it real shortly with this. Lamborghinis and, exotic cars, all that stuff. I thought that was impossible. I gave away that in the lotto. And I think a few months ago, I forgot when we were in Orlando, I got to ride in a Lamborghini. I mean, things that in the corporate world, you're taught, there's limits to stuff. There's no limits to this. The only limit is what you put in your head. So if you want an exotic car, you want to go to a place you've never traveled to, guys, that's all possible. Believe me, it's easily possible, especially when you link yourself with the right people in the right business, which I believe we've got here that we've found. So thanks, Alf.
Hey, man, that's amazing, man. So, hey, I got another one of my rock stars right here. His name is Gene. Gene, are you there?
Yo, you hear me?
What's up, brother? I love you, man. You, Dios, Dan, you guys are amazing. I love to see what you guys are doing. And Gene, you're so helpful. You're so full of value. So the next thing we want to do, guys, is show these people what it takes to be a part of this business tonight. So let's go.
All right, give me 1 second. See how I do. First time I do screen share with Google.
Just click the green box up in the upper left-hand corner.
There you guys see?
Yep.
All right, guys. So this is gonna be pretty simple. Wherever you're watching this, make sure you click that button below, right, and sign up. Once you go to that, you're gonna go to a link that looks like this. Let me actually just click this. You're gonna go to a website. Press Get Started Now. Fill out the simple information: first name, last name, email. Make sure it's a good email, guys. And your username, this is really important. If it's gonna be all capital, make it all capital. If it's gonna be all lowercase, make it all lowercase, so that you don't confuse it once you're able to log in and give it to your future prospects and submit the information. It's easy and simple. We made it, make sure that everything was as simple as possible. And once you log in, you're gonna see this right here. Now this account is a demo account that I have for my mother-in-law. She's into Bitcoins, so I'll be getting her real soon. You know, it's an amazing opportunity, guys. I'm helping myself, but besides that, I'm gonna be able to help families and people that I bring in. All right, so make sure you get started, and I really recommend. You know, we have amazing leaders here. Now they started all in, so it just makes sense. If you could do the first, at least 4 levels, you're gonna get your return back tenfold. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. But definitely, guys, this is an opportunity that's gonna change. I mean, I don't even want to say how many lives, but you're gonna see many lives change. For those of you out there that have never made anything online, especially with Bitcoin, you guys are just get ready for a huge, huge wave of people's lives being changed. So I hope this was simple enough to register. So make sure you click that button wherever you're watching this and sign up and register. All right, guys.
I want to make one quick point. A lot of people, when they first get started, the biggest thing that I hear is, how do I get Bitcoin? How do I get Bitcoin? I'm pretty sure Adi is like a genius behind that. But here's what I want to say before we even get to that point, guys. We have members, okay, that have Bitcoin, okay? We have it, and we don't mind helping you acquire some to get started. I know personally me, if you need some Bitcoin to get started, you can reach out to me, and I'll definitely have no problems helping you get it. But don't let that be your roadblock, okay? We have options. We have more than enough options to help you get Bitcoin to get started. So we have a group. We have a couple of Facebook groups. We have members that have it. In the system, guys, I don't know if some of you are aware of this, but in the system itself, we have the ability to transfer over our Bitcoin balance to others. Now, what that does is help you get in and move faster. And that's what we're, money loves speed. We don't like to be held up. Look, I'm ready to join today, but I have to wait for the end of the week. They got to verify this. They got to do that. I got to do this. I got to go to, Jersey. I got to fly over to Hong Kong. Look, that is not necessary. We have members that will be willing to help you get started as soon as you want. So all you need to do is ask. Reach out to someone. We'll be there to help you. The system allows you to transfer your Bitcoin balance over to others. You can help people get started today, and there should be no reason why you can't move as fast as you want to move. So I just wanted to bring that out because not too many people talk about that. But back to you, Adi.
Yeah, I want to show him something real quick, guys. So here's the thing, guys. So here's the deal. You want your matrices to look like these, okay? You want to basically have, people in them. How does that happen, okay? Gene showed you how to sign up, but you got to click these little green buttons that says click here to activate your matrix, okay? By clicking this button, it's going to open up a payment gateway where you actually can go in, scan with your wallet, and pay it. Now, guys, I want you to understand the power of Bitcoin, okay? When I hopped on a plane and came to the Philippines almost 4 years ago, November 21st, I believe, okay, I literally had $3,800 to my name. Now, I want to show you something that's going to blow your mind real quick, okay? I started this wallet back on the 19th of June, okay? This is the first transaction right here, 19th of June. Okay, in this wallet right now, I got $366,000. Since the 19th of June, between that wallet and this wallet, okay, you can see right here, this one comes up. This is actually on the Bitcoin side of the wallet. I also have a peso side of it because I live in the Philippines. And then my Trezor, I've literally made $483,000 in cryptocurrency since the 19th of June. When I tell you that average people are getting rich, guys, with crypto, please listen to me. Average people are becoming millionaires. This is your opportunity, guys, to literally become part of that and become part of it in something that's also very exciting. You know, like, you know, it's funny, the first conversation we had with Alfredo about this, I told him, I said, you know, you guys may need to get your butt on the plane and come on over to the Philippines. Let's go to Boracay. You know, Darren's already been here. He came over and spent 2 months with me. Cedric was on the call. I told him, come over. Let's go rent a beach house over there where, you know, big Miami-style beach house. Let's shoot a bunch of videos for this, and let's do something crazy and insane that, you know, will cost us peanuts to get done versus going to Miami and doing it, you know, that'll cost us $50,000 or $60,000. Being able to do things because you have crypto allows you to do so much, guys. I mean, look, you can go to Expedia. You can buy a plane ticket on Expedia. You can book hotels on Expedia. Okay, you can buy 1-800-Flowers for your wife on Expedia. You buy Dell computers and get a 10% discount. Listen to what I'm saying to you. When I got involved in this, there were literally 100,000 businesses worldwide accepting cryptocurrency as a payment, Bitcoin. Okay, I should say just Bitcoin. Now there's over 1 million. Let that soak in for a second. There's over 1 million. Okay, let's look at the crisis in Greece. Okay, Greece had a huge financial collapse. And unfortunately, what they did is the banks seized all the money inside the banks, which drove people into foreclosure. Businesses went under. People that couldn't pay rent. They couldn't survive inside Greece. And it resulted in a $3.4 billion bailout by the European Union that now Greece is having a hard time paying back. Well, what if people had the opportunity back then to buy Bitcoin and not put their money in the bank? They'd still have all their money. They'd still be able to pay all their bills. They'd still stay afloat. And this is where we're trying to take you guys, because we know there's a financial collapse down the road. It's going to happen, okay? You know, fractional reserve lending has created a massive, massive problem inside the United States and the world abroad, okay? If you don't know what that means the bank can have $1,000 and loan $10,000. That's called fractional reserve. That makes no sense because they don't have the money to back the money that they just lent you, okay? If you default on it, they're out $9,000. Think about that for a second. They're out $9,000. Okay, that just doesn't make sense to me. It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by anything of value anymore. It's just paper currency. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, is backed by supply and demand. And as you've seen, the demand has went through the roof all across the world. That's why the price keeps going up. That's why experts say, you know, it's going to hit over 5K by the end of the year. It's going to hit over 10K by the, you know, by the end of the year possibly, and over $100,000 in the next 3 years. Guys, if it hits $100,000, I mean, right now you're talking to a guy that's literally that has 500 plus Bitcoins. I'm over $2 million. If it hits $100,000, you probably won't see me on these anymore. I got news for you. I will need to be on these. I'll be worth probably $1 billion. I'm trying to tell you how to get to where I am by following in my footsteps, okay? Yeah, I got lucky. I got involved in Bitcoin when it was 240 to 300, okay? The reality of it is it's still not too late. It's still, the opportunity is still wide open because there's still countries out there starting to recognize it as currencies, okay? You guys need to do 3 things in order to get started with this, okay? Number 1, you need to sign up. Number 2, you need to go buy Bitcoin, okay? Now, if you're in Europe, okay, you want to go to bitpanda.com. Bitpanda.com is going to allow you to go in, set up a wallet, buy cryptocurrency pretty much with ease. Okay, my favorite, favorite place to buy Bitcoin in the United States, there's actually 2. That's Genesis.com. It's owned by the Winklevoss twins who actually were part of the Facebook. You know the whole story probably behind that. They actually were the first two guys behind Facebook when Mark Zuckerberg basically took their concept and idea and ran with it. They sued, made millions of dollars. They put it into the crypto space. They opened up Genesis. It's the first regulated exchange in the United States. It's based in New York, which is, you know, New York was already against Bitcoin when they set it up. So they've actually done one hell of a job. But the cool part about that exchange, it lends to the United States, almost every single state. There's like 3 or 4 states they don't lend in the U.S. There's also Canada. They do parts of Asia, parts of Australia. I mean, it's an awesome exchange. And the cool part is when you buy there, they do it off a bank wire. So you're going to send a bank wire in, but your price is locked. So if it happens to go up $500 or $600, you still get it at the lower price while your wire is in process. Okay, so that's one good one. And then the other one I like is coinatmradar.com. You can check that out online. There's Bitcoin ATM machines all over the world. I know the last check I saw, you know, California had over 74 different Bitcoin ATM machines. You can walk up to a Bitcoin ATM machine, scan your ID, your proof of address, that type of information, put in your cash, and get Bitcoin out in a matter of minutes, okay? So after you own Bitcoin, you got it in your wallet, okay? Then you're going to go in and click the green button and activate it. It gets started inside the matrix. Then you want to make sure you can follow the email. You want to click on the link, become a member of the Extreme Coin members group, and you want to follow up and watch for the post that myself, Darren, Cedric, Alfredo, anybody will be doing about training, and then hop on Zoom with us and go through the training because we're going to teach you how to work this, okay? Now, lastly, Cedric, myself, Darren, we were all having a conversation the other day with Alfredo, and the one thing that we noticed was there's a little catch, guys. So here's the deal. Whenever we cycle and somebody ends up in that 6th spot, you end up on a matrix by yourself, and it looks like you're not getting any spillover. Okay? And we want to give you guys a solution for that. So what we're going to be doing, they're going to be loading the website. This week, sometime they'll be loading the website. So 1 week from today, we'll be doing another webinar, and we'll be going through and showing some of the products. Is that right, Alfredo? It'll be a week from today?
Yeah, that's right. About a week from today. So by the time you see this again next week, we'll have more stuff to show you.
That's awesome. So then 1 week from that, so 2 weeks from tonight, we'll actually be going through, we're going to create a simple funnel. It's going to detail the products, the opportunity, and everything. We're going to put traffic inside of it so you guys can actually go in, buy some traffic, and we'll actually maintain, watch, and babysit your offer for you by sending traffic to it and helping you guys get signed up so you don't get stuck on that spot 6. Now, here's the other thing I've been doing for some of my teammates. If they get stuck on spot 6 and they're not getting that spillover, all you got to do is shoot me a message, because you can see up here, like if you notice in my back office, it says I have 103 signups, okay? But here's the reality, guys. I actually have a whole lot more than that. I got about 150 signups. Well, 45 of those people I have given away, okay? The reason I've given away is to kickstart some of these people down in my matrix so they actually get signups because they ended up on spot 6. So I'm trying to do everything I can to help my people get that extra sign up and get to moving, guys. So don't be afraid to come into this strong and drop some cash into this, because we are going to take care of you as best we possibly can. Obviously, we can't guarantee every single person is going to cycle all the time because it's all off our efforts. But we're going to work together as a team, guys, because you got a powerhouse of myself, Alfredo, Darren, Cedric, Jason, all these guys on this call. We can all do traffic. We understand how to put massive amounts of signups in there. And so our efforts can benefit all of you. All you got to do is plug in and get started today. So click on that button below this video and get started, guys. Darren, come on back out.
Absolutely. Guys, I am super, super excited right now because literally every time I go away from my computer, I come back and there's more people that are in. And that's exciting. Today I went for lunch, I came back and there was 5 more people and the thing's just going off like popcorn, right? Now what we want to do is we want that to happen for you. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that through millionaire mentoring, through training, through coaching, to tap you into the right mindset, to teach you the 7-figure formula. Exactly what we do. Exactly step by step. What do we use for copy? What do we send out for emails? What's our follow-up strategy? What type of graphics do we use? What do we post on our Facebook wall? What do we post on our Facebook groups? What about paid traffic? What about using a fan page? How does this stuff work? We break it down step by step so that you can learn exactly what we do, how we do it, so that you can gain those skills and they can transfer to any other type of business. This is the key. It doesn't matter if you're in weight loss, skincare, nutraceuticals. You might be selling energy drinks. You could be a realtor, a mortgage broker, an insurance agent in the automotive industry. These are transferable skills to any type of career. That's why we have engineers that triple their income in 9 months in Millionaire Mentoring. So here's what we're going to do today. And you got to take action before the 1st of September, which is Friday. On the Sunday, which is the 3rd of September, we are hosting a $10,000 Super Sunday bonus. Now, you can only get the bonus if you get in at the 0.05, the 0.1, the 0.25, and the 0.5. It's a total of 0.9 in Bitcoin. Now, Alfredo actually came in at 5.9, just so you know. Me and Ari originally came in at 1.9. I just upgraded to the 5.9. But we want to give you a ridiculous amount of value. So the value here dwarfs that entry price. Now, these aren't made up numbers, guys, okay? We don't throw this number out there and say, hey, you're going to get this $10,000 bonus. People actually pay us that money. If you go to my website, you will see that we really do millionaire mentoring for $1,000 an hour. Those are real numbers. They're not numbers that we make up. Now, you're going to get access to Alfredo, to myself, to Ari, to Cedric Penn, and to Jason Harris. 5 different mentors that are going to help you to springboard yourself to the next level of success. It is a real $10,000 bonus that will be held on Sunday. It will be at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. That's 3 o'clock Eastern. And guys, just so you know, just so you can block this time off, they typically run for between 4 and 5 hours, and you're going to take a boatload of notes. Trust me. Now, if you're not in before Friday night at midnight, at the 0.9, which is the 0.05, the 0.1, the 0.25, and the 0.5, right? That's the first 4 matrices. Sorry, but you're not going to be able to get the $10,000 bonus. Now, once we hit Friday at midnight, the bonus will be gone, okay? The bonus will be gone. So there's a little bit of sense of urgency that if you're serious and you really want to transform your life, you really want to take your life to the next level. You might be a person that's in a state of transition right now. You could have reached a breaking point in your life right now. Maybe that's why you showed up here tonight. Or you could be in a combination of both of those. And quite honestly, if you are, you're in the best possible place to make money, because that's the people that are the most coachable. The most coachable. And that's the key here. If you just follow our blueprint, if you don't try and reinvent the wheel, if you just follow the steps, you can completely transform every single area of your life. And that, my friend, you can take to the bank. So remember, the first 4 matrices, the total will add up to 0.9. You have until Friday at midnight. September 1st will be the cutoff. That's when the gauntlet comes down. That's when the hammer comes down. On the Sunday, 12 noon Pacific, all I can tell you guys, from what I've seen from these Super Sunday events, buckle up and get ready for your income to go completely vertical. Now, what I want to do here before we wrap up, because I want you to really understand the power of millionaire mentoring. I want you to understand that it doesn't matter how far down the rabbit hole that you have gone. It doesn't matter what life is thrown in your path. It doesn't matter if you've lost all hope. That's what mentorship is for. That's why you showed up tonight. That's why you're here. Now, I want to turn back the clock a little bit, guys, and I want to share this story with you because the gentleman that you're about to meet right now, he had perseverance, he had determination, he was not going to give up no matter what. And he found himself down, quite deep down the rabbit hole. He didn't know what to do, okay? His job wasn't paying him enough money to be able to even pay his rent. He was shoveling snow for $30 a day just so he could feed his family. He plugged into Millionaire Mentoring, and he continued to show up time after time after time. And something changed. Something changed internally, literally within the DNA, right? And it starts right here. Starts right here with, what do you believe? What do you believe to be true? Well, the gentleman that you're about to meet, Jason Harris, he believed that he was going to live a life of freedom. He believed that he was going to be able to travel around the world. He believed that he was going to be a top marketer. And that's exactly what happened. I'm going to let Jason tell his story before we wrap up. So Jason, over to you.
Hey guys, yeah, I started online about 4 years ago, and like Darren said, I was shoveling snow in the wintertime. I was working a job. I was making like $1,000 a month. My rent was $1,200 a month. So you can imagine that the struggle trying to be able to pay my rent. For maybe like a year and a half or 2 years, I was struggling online. And finally I showed up to Darren and I was like, listen, Darren, I see what you're doing with all these students, and I just want to do what you do. So he said, sure, join this program with me and show up every week to Millionaire Mentoring. He's like, make sure that you do not miss a Millionaire Mentoring. So that's what I did. I showed up every week to Millionaire Mentoring. And sure enough, after like the third week, I started making like $500 a week. And then it just started growing and snowballing. And then the year after that, I literally made $179,000 in my online business. And when I say something like that completely changed my life, from not being able to pay my bills, electricity almost about to be shut off, to making an income where I can buy myself a brand new car. I can, take my wife out to eat whenever we wanted to, no problems. Went on a $5,000 vacation. And this year, it was even bigger, just because of the stuff that I learned from Darren in this Millionaire Mentoring that completely sparked something inside of me, like a fire, that allowed me to really take not just my income, but my life from down here all the way above my head, which I never imagined was going to be able to happen. But inside my head, I just knew it was going to happen. So I had to find the right people. I had to find the right people to connect with, and Darren was that person. I connected with Darren, and like I said, just completely changed my life. I went from making $20,000 a year with shoveling snow and this $1,000 a month job that I was doing, and to making $179,000. This year, I made over $150,000. It's not even over yet. So when I say Millionaire Mentoring changed my life, I mean it completely changed my life.
Fantastic. I'm so excited, pal. I'm so proud of you. And guys, here's the cool thing. Here's the real cool and exciting thing, is that we not only have one millionaire mentor, we have 4, and it's increasing as we go. We're attracting top leaders and top income earners because they like to make a difference. They're all heart-centered leaders that want to see the people succeed. We've already gone out and made millions of dollars, guys. It's not about us. It's all about you. It's about the single mom that transformed her life. It's about the people that were literally homeless that turned their life around in 4 months. One gentleman signed a $100,000 deal and they made $35,000 online. It's about the single mom that was living on her credit cards that 4 months later she made $65,000, wrote and published her own book, and now is a public speaker. Those are the stories. That's what gets us excited. So what I would encourage you to do is this. You really want the Millionaire Mentoring bonus. Trust me. That $10,000 bonus will completely change your life if you click that link below right now and you trust the process. Trust the process. There's people that have gone before you that have already blazed the trail. They already have the strategies all figured out. They already have the traffic sources. They already have the funnels that convert. They already know what type of copy that attracts the buyers. Think about it. Why would you want to reinvent the wheel when we can literally take the 7-figure formula and hand it to you on a silver platter? Think about it. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Right? Why not take the fast track? The fast track is working with the Millionaire Mentors. That's why the goal is obviously to get onto the yacht so you can be hanging out with the Millionaire Mentors too, right? It's a lot different when you're face to face and you're breaking bread and you're having a drink and you're really around the campfire, so to speak, with the people that are really the movers and shakers making it happen. So what I would encourage you to do is this. Push yourself to get in at the 4 spots. Do whatever it takes. Really do whatever it takes to get into that Super Sunday, because it will completely transform every area of your life. But if there's no possible way that you can do it, at least do the 0.05, at least get plugged into the group, at least start to get some of the training. It makes sense, doesn't it? So thanks a lot for joining us on this exclusive and private VIP broadcast. Click that link below right now, guys. Throw your hat over the wall. Trust your Millionaire Mentors. We're excited for you. We're fired up, guys. I'm telling you, things are really taking on a whole new level, and it starts when you take action. And good that you showed up tonight, because that's the first step. So click that link below. Throw your hat over the wall. My name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I'm excited for you guys. You'll want to get in before Friday. Remember, Sunday, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time is Super Sunday, a $10,000 bonus if you throw your hat over the wall and you click that link below. Do it now. And have a great night. Thanks a lot for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon. All the best.